Hey, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol JAMN, and we will take a look at the daily time frame. Before I get started, I want to note to please read my disclaimer. Now, before we get to the chart, I want to talk about a couple press releases that just came out for the company. The first one being an audio interview. It came out on Friday, March 22nd, so not as new as the next one we'll talk about, but still new nonetheless. And this one is just about an audio interview that was done. If you go to smallcapvoice.com, you can listen to that, or if you go to Yahoo Finance or Google Finance, obviously up here you can see this is Yahoo. You can pull up the press release and check that out. The other press release that came out was this morning. You can see right there 10 hours ago, so this one is as fresh as it can get, and this is about an analyst report that came out. So again, you can go to Google Finance, Yahoo Finance, and it's got the links and all the information that you would want in order to check out that analyst report and the analyst coverage. So I'd encourage you to check out those two press releases. So now let's take a look at the chart. Lots of good things going on with this one. This one has also been around for quite a while, so it's not like one of these that just started trading 3 days ago. It's got a lot of track record to it. It's got a lot of history, so there's a lot we can talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about is just the past history of the chart. And if you've watched my videos before, you know that past history is important, if anything, just to see if prices can move. And you can see this one definitely has a history of being able to move from down here at a low of what was that 8 cents, where it bottomed out back here in late December, early January, to all the way up to as high as 58 cents. That's crazy. And it was on nice solid volume, so nice liquidity. But the point being, the price has the ability to move, and if you scrunch up the chart even more and look back in the past history, you could see other big moves that it's made. But most recently, you can see this big move, and then this is also important because that kind of sets up the overall context of the chart, which is it's in basically a consolidation pattern from this big move. You can see the big move here, and then it's been pulling back, but it's been putting in higher lows, which is the name of the game. And the other thing that's it has caused to occur is this purple line here, which is a 50-day simple moving average. And if you're familiar with charts, you know that this is one of the key moving averages that most traders and chartists have on their technical charts. And this has got a very nice uptrend to it. And in fact, more recently, you can see that the price is in the process of what's looking like a bounce off of it. Friday, you can see there, hit it, and then today, nice follow through, closed right up at the high of the day, so that's always a good sign. But point being, overall context is bullish, and if you look real close, you can see the 200-day down here, this yellow line, really starting to curl upwards too. But the one that's obviously easy to see is 50-day right here has this nice bullish upward slope to it. So overall context is definitely bullish right now, and it's nice to see the price be able to hold its gains after this big move. I'm sure everybody's seen it where a big move happens, and then it ends up right back to where it started here. It's been working on these higher lows, and that's the name of the game, because without higher lows, remember, you can't draw uptrend lines. Now, in terms of resistance levels and levels that you want to see break, the one that's sticking out right now is give or take a little bit, because a couple days got above it, a couple days slightly below, but we're going to call this right up here at 36 cents. So that's going to be resistance number one that you want to see the bulls push through. And after 36, actually I could stretch this out even more because it's got quite a bit of history. You can see all the way from over here, it's been knocking down the price quite a bit. So 36 is definitely a level of resistance, but the good news is, the more stubborn a level of resistance, the more usually impactful a breakout is. So it's definitely been stubborn, and if you can see another volume surge like this, as the past history shows, and as I already talked about, there is that capability for the price to really get moving. So 36 would be that first level of resistance, and then after that there is a previous high up here, and that level is at 44 cents. So from 36 to 44, just looking at percentages, that's a nice little potential move right there. And then after that, nothing until up there in the mid 50s to the low 60s there. So lots of room to run. Obviously, one step at a time. First, got to get a breakout. But as the chart shows, and as I've harped on before, the chart does show that when volume does hit it, it's got the potential to get moving. And it's nice to see that it's put in these higher lows. So looking good on these multiple fronts here. And then finally, just to end things off, wanted to pull up the RSI, which stands for Relative Strength Index. You can see that there's a nice upwards move to it, getting ready to break above 70, which you can see it has not been able to do lately, but it's coming up much stronger than these previous two times. So it's a nice little sign here of strength that hopefully things are starting to heat up. But at the end of the day, it's all going to be about, can the price finally get above this 36, and then with that, hopefully some momentum and organic movement will start to come in like it's done in the past, and we'll see if it can revisit these highs. But all in all, nice looking chart. Overall context bullish, so that's what we want. If there are any other questions though on the chart, please let me know. If not, thanks for listening.